Hi, I'm Ian from Motocade. We've just released our brand new album, debut album in fact, called Tightrope Highway. We started recording the album at Roundhead Studios about at the end of last year, in December. We started recording 2 or 3 tracks, and we didn't realise that we were recording an album then, but we decided, oh, this sounds pretty good, so we'll add a few more. All the songs, apart from My Friends, are brand new songs, or had been written within about a year and a half of wanting to release a record. So we wanted to get away from the sort of indie straight ahead sound and show a sort of softer, more deeper side of how our music could be. I think initially Motocade might have been perceived as derivative in some ways and kind of wearing our influences on our sleeves, but I think what's happened since releasing the album is that it's pretty much just taken us that long to find what sound we are, like to develop into it. I think the songwriting, it does ebb and flow. I think I haven't written a Motocade song in a couple of months actually, but it depends on what sort of work I'm doing at the time, because I write music for different projects like dance shows and stuff like that, so depending on what style of music I'm being asked to write, that can really fire me off in a new direction for Motocade. I think that's what's happened with the new record as well, is that because in my work life I've been exploring lots of different genres of music, like orchestral stuff and really weird, kooky electronica and stuff like that, it kind of makes me write a different type of song, makes me interested in different forms of music. So where am I? What am I talking about? I'm talking about music, how I write it. Right, yeah. So yeah, and they do come in batches. Songs do tend to come in batches. Like on the album there's probably like 2 or 3 that were written within the space of a couple of weeks, and then there are some that were written, let me put it this way, some of them like quite naturally come out, some of them like took about 6 months to craft, put together, so it's just a bit of a mishmash, and I think that was quite weird. I don't know if you want to say any of that. I think it might have been a little bit political to put My Friends on the album, because that was released originally on the 17p, and it got a lot of airplay and did really well for us. And I think, however much we didn't want to put it on, I think we had to, in the sense that if it was the first time that anyone had heard Motocade, I think that song was a really important song in our evolution, and because it had been popular we thought it might open doors for other people who had just come to Motocade. Like if you go, oh hey, you know that song, My Friends Think I'm Stupid, yeah, that's Motocade, and if they'd only just heard that, then I'd rather group that with the new songs than with the old songs, you know what I mean? Because we've definitely moved on from the old songs. I guess I don't really cringe at the old stuff. I cringe at some of the stuff that didn't make it to the band, like there's some dodgy shit, like completely rip-off fucking sketches and stuff, but no, I mean, we've actually started relearning some of the old stuff because we're touring, and well, because we had to thresh out the set and have a longer, you know, like a headline act set. So we learned Into the Fall again, and that was actually really fun to get back up, because that long ago, like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I wrote that Into the Fall, and you think, fuck, how did you write that? What were you thinking? Like, how did I go about that? And I've forgotten how I used to write. I was probably drunk all the time, something. But I spent a lot of time, I remember spending a lot of time just playing guitar back then, and I don't so much now. But it's just interesting. It's interesting to look back at that catalogue.
With those older songs, do you, now you're relearning them, have you thought of like changing them slightly within like the new live? Is that?
Maybe not so much the ones that were already released, but like I said, that I've got so many demo songs. Like on the album cover art of Tightrope Highway, on the insert artwork is is a photograph of all the demo CDs I ever gave Will for these, just give them to Will first, and he kept them all, and there are over like 200 of these discs, which are all different songs that didn't quite make the cut. So every now and then when I'm feeling nostalgic, I go back and listen to all these crazy songs, and they are mental, some real weird ones. I think maybe in the future I'll dredge some of them up and do something with them, because I think there's some life in them yet. Hi, I'm Eden from Motocade. You've been watching Cheese on Toast TV. Go and buy the album, or download it, or just listen to music in general. Any music you like, but ours. It has to be ours.